All right, guys, how you doing? So as I mentioned, today we're going to do an oil change. So in order to do this properly on the Indian Challenger, what we're going to do is we're going to get the oil change kit available on Amazon. It's around $80. We'll put it on the description. I will put the link on the description of the video. But roughly, we're going to need that kit, a pan, then we're going to need an Allen so we can remove the oil plug. And then on the kit, you will also have an oil filter. So let's review a little bit what we have in here. And what we will be doing is going to be straightforward. So we're going to open this. So what you will have on the kit once you open it is a lot of oil. You're going to have a lot of oil in there. That's going to allow us to replenish the oil. You're also going to have an oil filter. This is from Indian, and then you're gonna have a washer. The washer right here that you're gonna put on the plug, that's what we're gonna use. So, next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pan under as it is already there. And then on this side right here, right about here, I don't know if you can see it, I will probably do a close up. You have a plug that we're gonna remove so the old oil will be able to actually fall into the pan, and after that we will replace the washer. Once the oil is really empty, we're gonna tie it up back in, change the oil filter, and then re-put oil into the engine. That's what we're gonna be doing. So for now, let's go and start the process. All right, so the audio actually stopped working. So what I was actually saying here is that we have a plug right there on the video that you can see. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start removing that with an Allen key. Once you remove that from the Allen, the only thing that you will do is like make sure you remove that, and at that point, what you will be doing is actually going to be slide that recipient to collect all the oil. So you will see when you take it out that there's going to be a washer also that usually gets stick depending on how hard you get it in and how long it's been there. But you will have a washer that's also going to be there. So that's the washer that you will remove and that you will replace with the one that it's in the kit. On top of it, you will see on that part, and that we will see that really shortly after I remove that plug, but you will see that there's a little rubber piece that it's also there. Um, on the kit, you will see that same little like rubber piece that is going to be the replacement for the one that it's in there. So here I was slowly removing the plug. Uh, didn't want to do it too fast because I was scared that it would actually splash on me, and didn't want it to go too hard. But I just took an actual key and then just remove it. So you will see I will try to slide the pan and make sure I didn't do too much of a mess. But once I take it out, you will see on the next video, uh, that's where I'm showing the little filter that's there. So that's the filter, oil filter that we're going to be removing later on. But from now, what we're going to do is removing that plug, and then you will see the plug is actually going to start having, once you remove it, you will start seeing like all the oil getting out. So make sure you have a pan underneath so it doesn't make a mess and it collects all the oil as well. Once you see most of the oil being dumped on that bucket or on the recipient, then you can safely move to removing the filter. So the filter that's a little bit more forward, it should be hand tight, so you should be able to actually remove it. One thing that I do recommend is when you are putting a new filter, before you put one new in, I would always recommend to make sure that you put a little bit of oil so on the rim of the filter. So that's what I'm seeing right here. Usually what I do is I put some oil on the rim because it's rubber, and you want to make sure that it slides pretty well, so when you took it gets some seal. So I always put a little bit of oil on the trim, just to make sure that it slides correctly and it gets tight enough to actually really seal the oil filter there. So that's what I was talking there. So that's the brand new oil filter that we have. So what we're going to do now is just move on the front of the bike and make sure that we remove that old filter and we can move the new one. So once you completed that, what you will do is you will take the cap on the top, make sure you clean it out, and what I usually do is I do put, out of the five canister of oil, I will actually just put 4 of them. Then I will shut it down and then have the bike run for a little bit, just to make sure that all the oil gets in and gets into place and it gets really settled. So I will usually put 4 of those 5 cans of oil, put everything, clean up everything, have the bike run for a little bit, and then once it runs for around 5 minutes, and then I will come back and then check the levels and put more oil if needed. Usually it does. The reason they give you 5 little buckets of 5 cans of oil is because that's the right amount to put in. So what I would do is, after you made it run for 5 minutes, I will go back and check the levels and make sure you add whatever oil needs to be added to it. So here you can see we're adding the oil, checking the level, and once you do that, you can compensate with making sure you're adding the right amount of oil that you have. So I don't know what happened to my mic. It didn't really work well, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video. Once you filled the rest of oil that it's needed to be to the level, make sure you take it for a spin and check the level again, see if you need more oil to be put in, but that should be it. Once that's complete, make sure you clean everything up, and then make sure you go for a spin. That way you can actually see if there's a couple of licks or not. But here we can see that the level is right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close it and make sure everything is up and running and there's no leaks. Everything is absolutely fine. One thing that I would recommend is make sure you look in the description video. I will put the link of the Amazon store as well as the link for the oil kit. That way you can actually have it on Amazon delivered to your house with a great price. And make sure that you have the perfect kit. So on my Amazon store, I have different oil kits, not only for Indian Challenger, but I have it for all the different Indians, as well as for Harley Davidson, the main motorcycles as well. And I have different kits that may fit your bike as well, but the process is exactly the same. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, you put like. I'm going to be uploading more videos as well, just to make sure that we can continue all these different videos. But one question, make sure you put on the comments if you want me to upload a couple of videos of me riding the motorcycle with the boys or going on trips with the bike. If that's something that you're interested in seeing and you want to see that, let me know. Put it on the comment. I will be adding those videos as well. I have a couple of mounts for the GoPro on the bike as well. So if you're interested in seeing those videos, feel free to comment and make sure you comment on the link on the video. That way I will be uploading those videos if you guys are interested. If you guys are not, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to see some of the trips and some of the adventures that we have on the motorcycle, make sure that you actually are able to add that comment and I can start uploading those videos too. Another thing is I'm going to be adding other videos as well on a couple of modifications that I did on my guns and arsenal that I have. Hopefully you will be able to follow those ones and like the videos as well. So make sure you follow the channel if you want to see more content about the motorcycles, about guns that I'm modifying, about some of the stuff that I'm doing. Make sure you follow, click like, and click the little bell just to make sure that you follow up. Appreciate your support. If you're interested by the oil kit or any of the oil kits for your bike, make sure you look at my Amazon store. The link is on the description of the video, And thank you for your support. See you next time.